Today we're talking about cage-free drummers. Yes, I like my drummers like I like my eggs. Cage-free, range-free, whatever. Actually, I really don't care. I just like eggs. I like my drummers cage-free. And so today we're talking about probably one of the most controversial topics in music and church. Should the drummer be in a cage or not? And I'm here to submit to you that no, he should not be in a cage. You should let him out. It's wrong to cage up your drummer. He has feelings also. Kind of kidding. Really, the controversy is about how loud drums are in church. When you talk about music in churches, you have all different ages of people in church, hopefully. And some people like loud music, some people don't like loud music. Some people like drums, some people don't like drums. And so one of the tricks and the challenges of serving your church is figuring out how you can have drums but them not be too loud. And that was a struggle early on when I became a worship pastor at my church. And when we moved into a new building several years ago, we had a lot of challenges with reverb. So we decided that we had to make a change. All we had at the time was a plexiglass thing surrounding the front of the drums, and it just wasn't doing enough. So I got online and I started doing some research, and I came up with this, what I thought was, at the time, a brilliant idea to go with a hybrid drum set. What does that mean? Basically, what we did was we took a drum set that we had and we put mesh heads on it and drum triggers, and we essentially turned it into an electric drum kit that looked like an acoustic drum kit. We used that for a good year and a half. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but when it came down to it, the sound just wasn't quite right. I didn't know at the time that you could adjust some parameters within the drum kit itself, and it just was not working. It just didn't sound good, honestly. And so I started doing some more research, as a worship pastor does who is in a predicament. So what we decided to do was to sell all the drums we had. At the time, we had a couple drum sets that we'd acquired over the years. We sold those, or we sold the pieces to our electric kit, and we bought a Parish Drum Designs drum kit. And so I want to show you that today. I want to show you that we have our drums in our sanctuary with no, and I mean no, none, no, zip, zilch, nada, no drum shield. We've been using this kit for over 2 years now. It sounds amazing. We've done some recordings on it, and we absolutely love it. So I'm really excited to show you today. I did a walkthrough a couple weeks ago of this kit, but I had it in our recording configuration, whatever that means. I had it in a different configuration than I've got it today. So I want to walk you through it and show you what makes it quiet enough that we're able to use it on a Sunday morning without a cage. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we're gonna walk into the sanctuary. If you didn't know, my studio, oh, this is weird. My studio is actually right off of our platform at the church. So let's scoot over just a little bit. See the drum set behind me. So, yeah, this is my studio, and now we're walking onto the platform. I'm gonna show you our drum set. So this behind me is our drum kit, Parish drums kit, and we love it. I'm gonna walk you through it now and talk about a few things that make it so that we can use it without a drum cage on a Sunday morning. So let's check it out. Okay, so forgive me for the bright light. this room doesn't have great lighting. So this is our drum set. This is the Parish drums. I think he calls it the chapel kit. It's in black. I love the color. It's awesome. Now, from my understanding, I don't know that he has a black kit option at the moment, but I love that we have it, and it's just awesome. So we've got it mic'd up here, and I just want to show you a couple things. So this is kick drum. This is an 18-inch by, I want to say the depth is 8 inches kick drum, and the reason it's small is to make the sound not quite so big and boomy. A lot of times one of the issues with a kick drum is a bass buildup, and for our room, if we were to have a bigger kick drum, we'd need a drum cage. So it's a small kick. This is a 10-inch rack tom, and it sounds awesome. This is a 14 by 8-inch floor tom, and this is the snare drum. It is a 13 by, I think it's a 5-inch deep snare drum. So they all have wood hoops. One of the things that Joey told me was wood hoops help dampen the sound some more, and they sound great. So our cymbals are also made by Joey, his company. They are called Republic Cymbals. We've got 16-inch hi-hats, a 20-inch crash, and then our ride is a 21-inch. Actually, if you look at the ride, actually it says a crash, but we use it as a ride, and it sounds amazing. When I was talking to Joey, he said, you know, it really could go either way. Like, that size is going to be a great ride cymbal for you. So they are, you see, I think it's called lathed. They're dark and real dry cymbals, so they're not oily, and that helps to cut down on the sound as well. So let's jump back over to the studio, and I'll talk about a couple more things that make this kit so awesome and make it so that we don't have to have, like you see, we don't have a shield. Our drummers are cage free. So let's jump back over here and we'll talk about it. Okay. We're back in the studio, and that was a look at our Parish Drum Designs kit. A couple of things I want to talk about. These are the sticks that we play with. They are the Vader wood handle whip. These things are awesome. And maybe you're thinking, you know, I can't really afford a new drum set right now, and that's totally fine. There's still some things that you can change up. One of them is in your sticks. Rather than playing with regular sticks that, I mean, we all know how loud a regular stick hitting a drum is, you can play with something like this. This is what our drummers play with. These are called the Vader wood handle whips. These things are awesome, and they help cut down on the volume of a drum greatly. I would say by at least 30 or 40%. It's not scientific, but it cuts down on the sound a lot. Really helps cut down on the volume of your drummer playing. So these things are awesome. The reason I love them is they still have a wood handle, which drummers are used to, and they feel great to play. Definitely cutting down on the volume of your drum set. Another thing you can do, maybe you're thinking, I don't have the money for a new drum set, but I might be able to afford some new cymbals. Maybe your cymbals are too loud. I talked about these earlier. These are the Republic cymbals, also made by Joey Parish, and I'll put a link to his website down in the description so you can go check out his stuff. But these things are great, and price-wise, they're in line with any other cymbal out there, a quality cymbal out there. They sound amazing, and the thing about this Heritage series is when you hit them, they wash out really quickly because of the dryness, because they're dry and kind of dark, and so they're not near as loud as piercing as other cymbals. And also with that, when you're hitting them with a stick like the Vader would handle whip, it's just not going to be as loud. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. These are a couple of great options that maybe you can do right now. Maybe you're talking about getting a drum cage because your drums are too loud. These are a couple things you can do without having to spend the money on a drum cage to make things quieter, make things a little more even. It's one of those things. The volume of drums in churches is a problem, and you want to protect the hearing of your team, the hearing of your church members, and so when drums are too loud, they overtake the other instruments. They overtake the vocals, and so controlling your drum volume is important. And sometimes churches say, I'm just going to get a drum cage, and that's fine. But a really good drum cage to cut down on the noise is pretty expensive. And so when you're looking at apples to apples, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go with a smaller drum set and different sticks and have the drummer be able to be open, or do you want to have a bigger kit and have the drummer enclosed? And it's your preference. Maybe you're like us, you're just looking for something different. You don't necessarily really want your drummer to have to be enclosed inside of a drum shield, and so this is a great option for that. So I just wanted to share this. I love our drum kit. I love Joey Parish. When we were looking at buying a kit from Joey, we spoke on the phone several times. He was super helpful, just one of the nicest guys you can meet, and super grateful for his product, for his drums, their drums, and I'm super grateful for his drums and for him, and so go check him out. Put the link in the description. I think it's parishdrumdesigns.com. Yeah, parishdrumdesigns.com. So go check out his website, drum sets, his cymbals, all of that. And I promise, if you decide to order a kit, you won't be disappointed. This video is not sponsored or anything like this. I didn't get anything free from Joey. We paid for our drum kit and our cymbals, all of that. So I just love what he creates, and I want other people to know about it and to have a resource. My target audience is creatives, musicians in small towns and small churches, and so I know that the issue of drum volume is an issue in small churches, and so go check Joey out. Go check that out. Go check Joey's website out. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, I'm thinking about this in hindsight. Rather than me trying to play the drum set, capture the audio, I want to show you a clip of a recording we did a couple of years ago where we used our Parish kit for the drums, and here's a clip of our song Spring Creek Worship, You Are Near. Now check this out, and this will give you a great idea of the drum sounds.
As if I tread through the deepest waters, and still the waves pull me under. Your love hems me in. Jesus, your love, it never ends. 'Cause you are faithful when I call out your name, like a father who runs to his child. Oh, you are near, never failing. You're here to stay, even when my heart wants to walk away. Oh, you are near. Oh, you are.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on Small Town Creative. I hope this was helpful for somebody. I just want to be a resource, and I thought this would be a cool thing that I could show you that we've done. I've had a lot of questions about this drum kit over the last couple of years that we've had it. We recently loaned it to a church for a recording, and I can't wait to see how those recordings came out. But they were doing a smaller, more intimate thing, and needed a smaller drum set. So I just thought this would be a really cool way to share this drum kit, and I just thought this would be a really cool way to tackle a common problem that we have in small churches, share some about the drum kit, and just give y'all a resource. Hopefully this is helpful. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Go spend some time creating something this week. Love you guys. Peace out.